Richard RM6701 automatic winding extra flat watch with caliber CRMA6. Scrutinized automatic winding movement with hours, minutes, date and functions indicators. Power reserves around 50 hours. Function indicator in a manner similar to a car's gearbox. The function indicator makes it possible to identify the winding, date setting and hand setting position as the crown is pulled out. The active position is indicated via a hand at 2 o'clock displaying the following functions: winding, date and hand setting, winding display W, date display D and hand setting display H. Movement characteristics are movement dimensions 29.10 by 31.25 mm, thickness 3.60 mm, number of joules is 25, balance cube, 4 arms, 4 settings, screws, moment of inertia is 7.5 mg cm square and angle of lift is 50 degree. Frequency is 28,800 vph 4 Hz. Balance spring AK3. Shock potential in cab lock 908.22.211.100 transparent. Movement microblasted anglage, macroblasted milled sections, macroblasted sink, grey and black electroplasma treatment for the base plate, hand draw after treatment, steel pots, lapped and polished ends, burnished pivots, post faces, polishes, hand polished beveling, hand polished locking sections, wheels concave chamfering with a diamond tool, diamond polished angles, circular finish faces, rhythm plating before cutting the teeth. Minimal corrections applied to the wheels in order to preserve geometry and performance. Mille RM88 automatic winding tourbillon Mille watch. In-house caliber CRMT7. Scrutinized automatic winding tourbillon movement with hours, minutes and functions indicators. Movement characteristics. Movement characteristics are movement dimension is 32.10 by 29.00 mm. Thickness is 4.80 mm. Number of joules 23. Balance cube, 4 arms, 4 setting weights. Moment of inertia is 7.5 mg cm square. Angle of lift is 50 degree. Frequency is 28,800 vph, approximate 4 Hz. Balance spring is AK3. Shock protections in cab lock 908.22.211.100 transparent. Movement hand polished anglage, hand polished stapled beveling, macroblasted milled sections, macroblasted sinks, PVD treatment for the base plate and bridges. Steel parts or satin finished surfaces, hand polished anglage, hand polished sinks and burnished sections. Wheels, diamond polished sinks, circular decorations on the front surfaces. Minimal corrections applied to the wheels in order to preserve geometry and performance. Richard Mille RM6501 automatic winding split second chronograph watch with caliber RMAC4. Scrutinized automatic winding movement with hours, minutes, seconds at 6 o'clock. Date split seconds chronograph with 30 minutes counters at 3 o'clock. 12 hours counter at 9 o'clock. Function selector, rapid winding and variable geometry rotor. Power reserve around 60 hours. Actual power reserve results will depend on how much the chronograph features are utilized. The base plate and bridges are crafted of grade 5 titanium or biocompatible, highly corrosion resistant and remarkably rigid alloy, which enables the gear train functions effortlessly. The alloy is 90% grade of titanium, 6% aluminium and 4% vanadium. This combination further increases the material's mechanical properties, which explain its frequent use in the aerospace. Function selector. The RM6501 is constructed with a highly specialized gearbox designed for winding, date, and hand setting functions. To shift back and forth through these different functions, use the pushes located at the center of the crown until the desired function is selected. The hand located at 4 o'clock will indicate W, D, and H accordingly. Variable geometry route. The RM6501 uses a newly designed variable geometry to optimize the route's winding motion. Movement characteristics or movement dimensions is 31.78 by 29.98 mm. Thickness is 8.69 mm. Number of joules 51. Balance. Velocidor 4 arms. Moment of inertia is 7.5 mg cm square. Angle of lift 53 degree. Frequency 36,000 VPH 5 Hz. Ballast spring AK3. Index assembly Travius and degree. Movement base plate and bridges in titanium wet sandblasted PVD and electroplasma treated. Anglage and polished by hand. Hand polished lacking section. Burnished pivots. Diamond polished sinks. Pinions with undercuts. Steel parts fire blasted surfaces. Anglage and polishing by hand. Screw slot and screws beveled and polished with rounded and polished tip.